Aliens. We hear a lot about them, but have never seen them. What a paradox. We all talk about them, and yet don't see any signs of their existence. In the 1950s, Enrico Fermi, an American physicist, also had the same question. Where are they? The aliens. And it was named after him as Fermi's Paradox. Welcome to our channel, and today in this video, we will discuss in depth Fermi's Paradox and try to resolve this mystery by unfolding the possible probabilities. As we know, our Earth is part of a small solar system in the Milky Way galaxy, and there are many trillions of planets in it. Research also shows that there are many galaxies in the universe. Not only that, but scientists also believe that there is a probability of habitable planets in these galaxies. This clearly means that there are possible chances of life on those planets too. But where are these aliens? Our Milky Way has billions of stars similar to the Sun. Being sunlight the source of life on Earth, we have a high probability of another Sun-like star having had planets similar to Earth with habitats. It took billions of years for the life to evolve on Earth. Similarly, many of these stars and their planets, which are older than the Sun, must have life on them. For now, let us assume that they exist, the chances of which are quite low. But for the sake of understanding, let us believe that aliens exist. Do they look like us, or are they different from us? Are they more intelligent than the human race? Do they have more power than us? If so, why haven't they colonized the surrounding galaxies by now? We have been to the Moon and Mars, but yet we haven't seen any alien spaceships, corpses, or any signs of them, or their existence. Logically, if they did exist, someone might have seen them. We have spaceships, but they aren't fast enough to reach and explore the universe. The universe is gigantic and is still expanding. Even with the fastest spaceships, it would take billions of years to reach those unexplored parts. Or else, it is vice versa. Each Earth-like habitable planet is billions of years afar, and it is not in our reach. This is an unanswered paradox known as Fermi's Paradox, named after an Italian-American physicist living in the 1950s. It doesn't end here. Since then, many scientists have attempted to resolve this mystery by defining probabilities of existence or denial of it. The first theory is that the theory of evolution of the human race. It took many years for the human race to come into existence. According to science, our Earth is 3.6 billion years old, and life exists for only the past 250,000 years. This means that it is harder for complex life to develop on other planets. This theory rules out the existence of aliens, and humans are the first and unique civilization in the universe. Aliens might be behind us in this evolution. Another possibility is that they are ahead of us. This theory says that alien species existed before us. Now, as we believe that human life is going to be extinct sooner or later, this already has happened with them. These alien species were destroyed, and currently, we are the ones living. That's not all. This leads to an assumption that the human race will also be destroyed later in the future. Many science fiction movies have already projected this theory. It is a general rule. Things that reach their maximum advancement are then eliminated. As soon as we reach our maximum, we will be eliminated in an instant. You might have heard of Doomsday. Therefore, we are one among them, who are currently here, but won't be always. Alexander Berezin, a theoretical physicist at the National Research University of Electronic Technology in Russia, proposed the theory I have just described to you. The final theory is that we are the only living species in the whole universe. Scientists have failed to discover evidence of life on any other planet to date. If we are the only ones, then expecting messages and calls from extraterrestrial beings is like running in the dark. We are all alone and nowhere to go. We don't know what the future holds for us, either destruction or glorious existence. The final theory is the most acceptable and has to lead to the space travel race to find other Earth-like planets for future survival. Currently, NASA and many other private companies like SpaceX are investing enormous funds in research to find life on another planet. Even though travel to other planets is not going to be an easy task, it involves enormous challenges. First and foremost is time. We don't know how long it will take to travel to another Earth-like planet. Let's assume that we are lucky enough to find one. The next challenge is to make prior arrangements needed to reach those planets. These include assembling support objects in the orbit to support such long travel. Now comes the toughest part. We need a population that can survive in this long journey. This involves safely running the human life cycle in space, from birth until death. This is a game next to impossible. It doesn't end there. Even though we manage to do that, the remaining population after thousands of years must be capable enough to start from scratch. It can also happen that those planets are not hospitable, as they seem from afar. This is one aspect. Logically, this solution is next to impossible. Let us move to another possible reason why we aren't able to find the existence of aliens. As we have discussed earlier, the universe has been in existence for trillions of years. Our Earth is about 4 billion years old, and human existence is about 200,000 years old. All the advanced communication technologies have been developed only in the past century, but still, we haven't developed such communication technologies that can communicate to such long distances, or at least detect a signal from extraterrestrial beings. Not only that, we have started broadcasting radio signals for the past 100 years. Therefore, our radio signal being weak, they can only be detected within a radius of about 100 light years around the Earth. There are chances that there are many different alien civilizations in the universe. But due to a lack of communication systems, we and aliens both are out of reach of each other. Until the technology reaches such levels, most of the human species might die. Therefore, there are no possible chances that we could ever meet each other. We are left with nothing but to look up at the blinking stars and wonder, where are the aliens? Another possibility is that they are around us, but we aren't capable of seeing them. We are primitive, and they are advanced. Our means of communication are outdated. Until we learn and are capable of communicating things that they understand, aliens won't show up. If so, they are preparing themselves to invade us, and this is the most frightening thing. Just as we don't care for nature, only for its resources, they won't care about us, just the resources on this planet. We have cut forests, polluted and contaminated water in our greed for resources. What if they do the same? What if these alien civilizations treat us in a similar way in greed of our resources? Being primitive, we will not be able to face them in any way and stand against them. This could be the deadliest thing that can happen to us. What if they have already started building destructive high-tech weapons to eliminate us? Imagine these high-tech weapons operating on a molecular level, which are far more deadly than the most destructive nuclear weapons of humans. Possibilities are there that they can just eliminate us in an instant. There are numerous such possibilities and potential solutions to Fermi's Paradox, which many scientists have talked about. Number 1. Prevalence of intelligent life in the universe is overestimated. 2. Baseless desire for an alien civilization to willingly send us signals. 3. Aliens have been sending information, but we don't have the technology to understand it. 4. Aliens have existed for a long time and have been continuously transmitting signals, but we aren't capable of listening to them. Number 5. We humans are the first species to achieve the interstellar stage. Aliens are yet to come. Number 6. Either we are close to the limit of finding them, or nowhere near it. All these things point us to one thing. Our so-called powerful imagination is far behind the concept and reach of the universe, and we really don't know anything